So we're waiting for a balance patch. We're expecting a balance patch because they do them every couple months. It is right now just after RTA season, so we are primed for a balance patch like basically now. So while we're waiting for that, I do want to do, we're going to get over 100 gems from this event right here, all the way at the very bottom, these Hero Plus. I feel like these are the most valuable thing out of all of these because they are the rarest to drop. Like when you're doing R5, most of the time you're just getting mana, right? You get mana, you get rainbow mons, you get more grinds than gems. So that's why I feel like these are more valuable. And then runes and farm runes and artifacts for forever and ever and ever and ever. But I feel like the gems are always the most valuable. So we are going to collect across 3 different accounts. We're going to collect over 100. I don't know what the exact number is total, but over 100 gems. I did notice... Let's try that again. I made some space. I did notice that it seems like we're not getting a whole lot of violent from these, so I do want to actually take these in, and I'll show some pie charts. That's the whole point, is I'm going to show some pie charts at the end, show how much of all of these things we actually got. I'm just going to collect... Actually, we probably shouldn't collect all of these, because we're just going to show it at the end anyway. So we want to see the percentage chance of getting legends. We want to see the percentage chance of getting any specific rune set. So maybe it's just in my imagination that it seems like violent ones are not dropping. I like the amount of legends that we get. I'm not gonna use this. I wasn't gonna use that other one either. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell some of these things. I wish it didn't pop up with the, are you sure you want to sell garbage? Like, I'm sure I want to sell it. I do like some of these though. This is pretty valuable. Even if it's not violent, it's pretty valuable. That's pretty valuable. Like I just feel like these are the most valuable things you can get out of here. We don't need a billion. I don't need a pop up. There's way too many pop. I can't be the only one. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the only one that thinks certain things, but like I can't be the only one. I will take resistance for that. It's will, right? It could be good for a Lulu. Could be good for Riley. But I can't be the only... What was I even saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, the pop-ups. We could have tossed that one, actually, too. Not that we really need to. I can't be the only one that's a little bit tired of all the pop-ups. They have pop-ups that block their pop-ups. That's not even a joke. You guys have seen them, sure. But we don't have any of those, so... Maybe at least keep one. That's definitely nice to have. But like they'll try to pop up some kind of pack to buy, and they'll have another pop-up that blocks the pop-up from popping up. Like you just pop-up blocked your own pop-up, come to us, and then the labyrinth pop-ups, and then the pop-ups for the pop-ups. There's just so many. I don't even look at them. I just know that whenever I exit any part of the game, I don't even look. I just have my finger. I'm clicking on the top right-hand corner where the pop-ups pop up. Because I don't... It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not interested in it. And they're always pop up. So, oh, we just clicked on 2 of them. There's the other one. There's too many pop-ups. Like, I understand that they're trying to make money, but... Like, pop-ups for Labyrinth... I don't need that. We don't need that. The guild tower thing is nice. So you can click on it. You can see everything that there is at one spot. But pop-ups for Labyrinth, man. Like, just stop. Like, it's... And they'll show you the same pop-up. They'll be like, a Labyrinth exploration has just started. Like, oh, okay. Cool. And then you close it. And then pop it up again. Like, a minute later. It's like, I don't need that. I had to close the first one. So I don't think we got any violent ones. So let's check the other accounts. I'm sure I'm gonna have to clean out storage space on the other accounts. Everything else is these. Cool. All right, we'll clear out some storage space in the other accounts and go Asia next and then global or whatever. Asia server now. Let's see if we get... I'm kind of curious how many... Because we didn't get any violent. Maybe it's just RNG. I didn't collect any violent, so maybe it's just I don't know. I feel like we should have gotten at least like 2. Will they? Oh, well, hold on. Maybe I'm trying to, because there's 21 rune sets. How many do we have? Okay, so 20. So two would have been average. So having 0, we could have just got unlucky twice, right? We could have just, that's not that crazy. We could have just gotten unlucky twice. Like 2 or 3 is probably what we should have gotten from there. All right, let's see this this rage one. I'll take that. I'll keep it. Still don't see any violence. Cause I mean, there's got to be violent. It's not like they're not putting violent in here. Watch when we uncover they're really not putting violent. I'm sure violent is in here. If there was no violent at all, people would have noticed by now. So we are probably just getting unlucky. I just want to see, because we already know it's kind of skewed already, and they don't like to give out violent. But they're like, oh, I thought it was just my imagination. It's not your imagination. But it looks like this event is also skewed. But again, I don't want to jump to conclusions. We're getting a lot of flat attacks. I'll do pie charts at the very end. But yeah, I don't want, not for fight runes. I don't need a resistance for fight runes. I mean, I guess it could maybe come in handy, but does it feel? Maybe it just feels like we're... You know what? The numbers will tell us at the very end what we need to know, right? It just feels like we're not getting violent. We're getting swift. We're getting despair. I didn't collect anything. Like, I didn't go through and collect all the violent runes or anything. It's just I feel like maybe we're just getting unlucky. And it also feels like we're getting too many flat attacks or flat defense. But maybe that's just my... Maybe that's just my brain noticing them more. We're on global server now. I just wanted to double check the event page. It doesn't say anything about not getting... I'm sure people are getting violent, and I'm just getting very unlucky. I feel like we've got to have some violent in here. Let's see. I should collect these. We'll do this again, and we'll collect these directly from the event. So... Because I feel like there's going to be people that are like, oh, you just collected the violence. So we'll do it again. And we'll see. There's got to be a violent here. I don't believe that there's no violence. I wanted to find out if violence were less likely. And I also wanted to find out, like, what the percentage chance of getting... Actually, I really kind of wanted to find out what the percentage chance of getting heroes versus legends were. Here's a violent, though, so they do exist. Okay. We've just been getting very unlucky. Not the one that we just opened. Obviously, that wasn't the violent. This is the violent. So, we got at least... Yes! I don't know why I kept that. Yeah. So they do drop. Which is very unlucky. But maybe... Because you know things are skewed. So you know numbers are skewed. So maybe they actually drop less. So we don't know whether that is... Do I have space? I should sell more of these. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know how much space I have, and I don't feel like I don't really feel like going through and cleaning that. So crit rate. Sometimes you need crit rate. I'm gonna have to clear it, aren't I? But at least we can get an idea of you kind of need the accuracy for the despair. So there's another. Okay, I see another violent one. But maybe it is skewed. I know. I with the clicker, with the squeezer, man. I know. I am so impatient. It's another flat attack. I don't really need these. Nah. I clicked on 2. I knew I did that. So let's see what we get. Final tally. I know that we didn't get a whole lot of violent, but maybe there's going to be other ones that are... You know, that's such a small sample size, though. It could just be luck. So we'll have to do this again. Yes! More videos where we don't do anything. Nice. It feels like we're getting a lot of flat attacks. Although I can't really complain about the blade. Like, we're getting some of these legend gems are really, really solid. So, I'm not really bummed out about what we're getting. The only thing is I'm a little bit bummed out that we got, like, nothing for violent. Or we did get stuff for violent, but it was just not anything usable. But we did still get a lot of usable stuff. So, ultimately, like, the event still gives you a lot of stuff. I just wanted to see what the distribution was. So I did wind up taking everything into OpenOffice Calc. I recorded all the data. There was 125 points of data, which, to be honest, the real conclusion here is that we don't have enough data. 125 points of data is really not enough for something like this to try to see if there's less drops of violent specifically. We would need a significant amount more data because there is 21 different rune sets. So that really doesn't give us a lot of information to work with. Ultimately, I do feel confident saying that there is a 25% chance of getting legend gems from the event gems. So that's something I do feel with this amount of data. I do feel confident saying that. But everything else, you know, I don't really feel like we have a large enough sample size. It is interesting that we did get less of, again, it's just interesting. Just a theory, just interesting. We don't have enough data to go with regardless. But it's interesting that we got less of the violent and less of the will, which are the more sought after rune sets, right? So these are the ones that we want the most, and those are the ones that we got the low. But again, it could just be RNG. It's too little of a sample size. Could just be RNG. Or maybe it's not. We'll have to see. I mean, I don't have... We could try doing this again. We could see if we get the same results, but... It's just too, unless it's like 10,000, a sample size of 10,000, we really can't get too much data from this. It's also interesting, this was kind of significant over here. 19 flat attacks, so I was right that we got a lot of, because this is the properties, right? So we did actually get a lot more flat attack than flat defense and flat HP. We also got more attack percentage than HP and defense here as well. So that's kind of, that's curious. That's a significant amount of difference. I mean, again, it could just be RNG, but this one would be less likely to be RNG, and this one is kind of, you know, you never know. 14 resistance, 8 accuracy, 16 crit rate, 16 crit damage. Just fun, just food for thought. We really can't get too much out of this data, though, aside from that it's a 25% chance to get a legend gem. Either way, I think these are still valuable from the event, so that's it for this one. Just wanted to do a video, seeing if we can get any information from this, but ultimately, for the most part, it's still just theories. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.